BattleBox is an adventure and outdoor gear company, and we really focus on content and community building. So finding them originally, it came as a recommendation from Shopify. They made a recommendation of a few partners to interview, and after speaking with them, it just became very clear they were the right partner for us. They were, just through the interactions, they were truly listening, and it was just the vibe that they cared, that they were actually going to be a partner, and that the other two options we had, they weren't going to be partners, they were just going to be vendors, and there's a big difference there, right? So we're constantly making improvements, whether it's through the monthly stuff that we do. Some of it's maintenance, but some of it's just constantly testing stuff, whether we're focused on conversion rate optimization or any other metric. It's a constant work of improvement. So it's almost, you can break it down into like short, digestible, measurable pieces, but it's just a constant, true partnership where every month we're working on improvements. Never stops. Perella really helps support our business goals by asking the right questions. So we have a regular cadence of calls with them where they're digging in and they want to understand in just the greater scope of the business what we're trying to accomplish, right? We're not limiting it to our website. They want to understand how we're viewing the business altogether and how our goals for the year are, how they're lining up in general, because they can then take their creative and strategic side and really make sure that we're truly aligned. Perella provides so much more value besides just the retainer, right? They literally function like they're a part of our actual team, part of our brand. They're in Slack. They're functioning in the same cadence that a normal employee would. And it truly feels like a partnership in that sense that it's, yes, we have a set amount of hours to do a set amount of tasks, but there's just interaction, and it's almost like they're a part of the culture of the company. So you're fostering friendships there, right? You're fostering working relationships. They'll weigh in on something that you might think a development agency it's out of their scope, but they might have a good idea at something else to provide. So they function like rock star employees in the sense that if they have a good idea, they bring it to the table, even if it's not a part of the retainer. So the great thing about Perella is, the thing about e-commerce is it's constantly changing, right? Tech is changing, rules are changing, requirements are changing, and they stay on the bleeding edge of that. So they're proactively giving us a heads up sometimes before we even know that a change is coming down the pipeline. And it's almost it's a very proactive approach versus reactive, which is kind of what you're looking for in a partner. Perella's communication is great. I haven't experienced amount of communication as good from them as any other vendor or partner. They're in Slack, they're obviously in email, we have phone numbers, everyone's in constant contact. There's never a drop off of communication. In fact, one of the important things is not everybody's going to be perfect, but when something goes wrong, how does that partner or vendor respond? And I think, they're not perfect. Things occasionally go wrong outside of their control, not even their fault. Maybe it's part of our tech stack that is broken. And at that point, they even turn on communication even more because they know it can almost be a helpless feeling sometimes. So they want to ensure that we know that they're on it, and they really step up in that manner. Perella's team has been an absolute pleasure to work with. Everything from the sales side to the dev side, everybody in our pod has been great. The whole team's great, right? They have an amazing culture, and it really kind of shines in just each interaction you have with any team member, regardless, whether it's our project manager or someone on Tammy's design team. Everybody just cares, and that's pretty cool. Perella has really helped us stay ahead of market changes by just taking a very proactive approach. They don't necessarily wait for something to happen or us to bring it up. They're staying abreast to whatever the latest changes are, and they're typically the first to let us know before we hear it from someone else. So Perella has really helped us improve our customer experience on our website. So we're very centric when it comes to customer experience. It's of the utmost importance to us. Part of the reason the relationship with Perella works so well is that they view it in the same manner, right? Customer experience to them is huge. So they're always looking at any sort of developmental change or even aesthetic change to the site they're always taking into consideration how it's going to play out to the customer experience, which is a breath of fresh air, because that's how we like to look at it the same way. Proella has helped us integrate a lot of tools into our website. We have a fairly robust tech stack, and there's been a lot of integrations and a lot of custom work that's had to be done. And we've always trusted that when we go to Proella with that task, that it's going to be done and it's going to be done right. Proella has helped us with a lot of speed improvements to the site. Bigger tasks like some switching from Shopify 1 to 2, just to overall improvements of load times on pages. We all know that site speed has a direct correlation to conversion rate. And through conversion rate optimization, we're constantly tackling speed site, just on home pages, landing page, everywhere. It's just part of their process to always check and see how they can improve. Proella has helped us with a lot of custom development needs. We came to them and we needed a very customized customer dashboard. As I said earlier, one of the big things with us is customer experience, and we want to make a frictionless experience for our customers. So we did do a lot of custom development. Really, we kind of just spoke to them about what we were looking for, and even high level, and they were able to not only design it, but implement it in the way we needed it to function. We've had a lot of strategic sessions with Proella. They want to better understand what we're trying to accomplish, not only this year, but in years to come. So a lot of our meetings that we have with them go into deep planning and just deep strategic discussions to really make sure that the site is not only being built for the future, but that we're putting the right things in place to ease and go frictionless into the future changes. I would 100% recommend Proella to anyone on Shopify looking for a good Shopify experience. There's a reason why Shopify recommends them, right? They're the best at what they do. They are experts in the Shopify world.